time for a round 2 match. It's the first in round 2, and it's between Menzies having their first outing. They're playing in the green and red strip from left to right, and their opposition Central Southland College having their second match. They lost their first 17-5, and they're the first team obviously to back up today, so we'll see what their fitness levels are like. They looked quite useful in that first game without being clinical, and here's a great run from Greg Dyer, the captain from Menzies. It might go all the way, does, and that's the ideal start for Menzies. Chance for Central Southland to get some possession, and it's knocked forward and then knocked on again, so Menzies with a feed. They're going to get the ball and offload. Effective for Menzies. They're just running very strongly indeed. So you get the ball wide but sloppily. Holding the ball up is Menzies, going across to the outside. Josh B won't get round the outside of the defender though. Central Southland rocked. Oh, B through again. Well, that showed strength. Oh, the last pass just tipped off the fingers, but not enough to dispossess Central Southland, who scrambled it but only over the touchline, so only temporary relief. Again playing under pressure. Line out. Nicely taken off the top by Billy Dodds. We'll get this through the backs. Yes, they get very close to the line and over it. The try is given this time. So Central Southland, that early game, may have taken a little bit of an edge off their play. Comes off a shoulder, rolls forward. Advantage in favour of Central. And one of their standout players, Matthew Bray, making initial break, got the ball away, got support from his vice-captain Wilson, but the turnovers resulted in a runaway try, and Menzies come up with yet more points. Look in menacing form. There's a deep one. Bounces. He's chased by Hammond, but it's not he that picks the ball up, and a little bit of confusion between he and Curtis Smith resulted in a knock-on. Not threatening at the moment, and Dyer, well, he saunters over untouched. The gap was a mile wide and he took full toll. So this conversion is the best of them all, and 15 plus 7 is 22-0. This will go 10 metres, no, 9.5. And with Billy Dodds taking it, that denied Central Southland a chance of playing the ball, so we'll tap and go from here. And first time really they're inside Menzies' half. Stewart goes for the tap. They're still got to get there, of course. They're on the outside of halfway, and Burgess did well to get over that line. And then the ball's lost in the tackle. Dyer picks it up, and here's trouble, because Josh B, we know, has got pace, strength and skill and shows all of it. And Josh B with a fend, but the defence gets a pat on the back because he was forced into touch. And at the half-time break here at the Let's George Oval, it's Menzies 22, Central Southland 0. All set to go, second half of match 1 in round 2 at the Condor Sevens. It's Menzies in charge by 22 points to 0. And Greg Dyer with a long kick will be too long, and their first mistake for a while. And it'll be welcomed by Central Southland, who've had a paucity of ball so far. I'll throw it to Chase Wilson. He always makes a yard or two, and that's his intention. No, just to draw and pass this time to Stewart. And Stewart kicks and chases, and they scored a try in the first game from this ploy, and a little bit unlucky because the cover defence bounced in favour of an offside player. So Caleb Young was offside. Central Southland will get a bit of a chance. Stewart takes the tap. Now they go again to Wilson. Wilson spies a gap, goes through it, drags a couple of tackles with him, so there's got to be space somewhere. And a change of direction by Brame gives Central Southland a half chance. They again go for the kick and chase. It's available to all, but is made safe. Drop kick is on the 10-metre mark and will be gathered in by Pat Sloan. puts a step on. Ball's lost in the tackle and the referee deemed it to be forward. But some impressive individual talents on display. This is one of them. Dyer, very, very strong. Scored a try from the outset. Keen to score another. Put on the deck. Not sure he let that ball go in the tackle, and didn't, in fact, but they're going to carry on. And it's will frustrate Central Southland, who are getting little enough ball as it is. And look at that, 3-on-1. No chance for the defenders to stop another try. Dyer again with the restart, this time better than the last. It stays in the field of play and retained nicely by Wilson. Certainly not let his side down. Just starting to run with it just a little bit more pizzazz, Central Southland, only to lose the ball forward. A very handy scrum for Menzies. Turnover, no, not in the tunnel. And the ball from set piece wasn't ideal, had to be fought for, and it was won by Tyrone Brevin. And he's got 3/4 of the way there. The last pass, the last fend, very effective from Connor Millen, and he has crossed the line with aplomb. So a familiar side here with Menzies through the boot of Dyer, restarting, giving Central Southland a little bit of possession. This time they look after it quite well. As we saw in that first game, there's just not a player close enough to the ball carrier to give them any option. And they're having to take the contact every time, and often losing it to the big, strong, bullocking runners. And really, Caleb Young got 90% of the way there before a try was denied him. Tap taken by Dyer, and 3-on-1 means it's a formality if the passes are slick, and they are. The start, highly contestable, and won beautifully in the air. They're just showing great poise. Caleb Young, outstanding with his ball handling skills and able to run it strongly. And a repeat of an earlier exercise that sees Connor Milan over in the corner. So similar scoreline that Boys High put past Aurora earlier in the day. So the strong teams in this competition already emerging. Hargest with a good win, Boys High, and now it looks to be a victory for Menzies. For Central Southland's morale, a try would be quite timely. And the kick was a good one. It was only 5 metres outside the goal line, so it really forced Menzies to scamper back on defence, but Dyer able to make 40 metres before just an over-exuberant offload and astray. And Brame hoping to break down the defence on his own, can't. Tackle too high. Now Brame leading this team. Oh, that timing of that offload was exquisite. The run by Pat Sloan equally so, and that's a well-deserved try. Nice touch from Central Southland. From Sloan, who makes no mistake. And brings the final tally in this round 2 game in favour of Menzies. They run out the victors by 42 points to 7.